Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to the Pipe Report. Before I begin with this article here, I want to say that I will be gone tomorrow and pretty much all day Sunday. I will be out of state, so I will not be doing any new videos. I might be on my laptop though here and there, but just so you know. Now, this is pretty interesting here. Julian Assange, his alleged rape allegations against him from Sweden have been dropped. Now, for those who don't know, there was nothing to this story to begin with. Though there were no Sweden rape charges against him. Even the women who initially made the claim said that it was basically coerced from them, from the Swedish police. So I'm glad to see that it has been dropped now. So to this regard, Assange is pretty much a free man. But now they're saying that he might still be indicted by the US over the revelations about the CIA and stuff like this, which makes me mad. If you've been subscribing to me to a while, you probably have seen few videos I did in the past where I argue for Julian Assange that he has done nothing wrong. What WikiLeaks publishes is no different than CNN, the New York Times, than The Guardian. I mean, for instance, The Guardian were paramount in reporting on the Edward Snowden leaks, and nothing came of them. New York Times has published classified information as well. It's not illegal to publish classified information. What is illegal is how they got the information. As a good example, Rachel Maddow recently published or reported online on her news show Donald Trump's 2005 tax returns. She did not break the law by doing that, but whoever got Donald Trump's tax returns, they most likely did break federal statutes. The same can be said for Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. Whoever gives Assange and WikiLeaks the material most likely have broken the law. But Julian Assange himself has not. But since they view him as a threat to democracy because he actually defends democracy by pointing out the hypocrisy and the hyperbole of not only the U.S. government, but national governments. I mean, he has not only published information on DNC and Hillary Clinton in the U.S., but also on Russia. People think he's a Russian stooge. No, he has in the past reported damaging material on Putin and on Russia. He is independent whether you like it or not. So in essence, he actually is the poster child for freedom of press and a free democracy for all. Because there's so much nefarious and collusion and deep-seated secrets in our government, not only our government, governments all over the world, that it's important to have someone like Assange that can get information to expose this type of behavior. Because this type of behavior is not only un-American if you live in America, but could also, in a way, violate national law or a natural law. And if the U.S. ever indicts him, if Trump ever indicts him, I think Trump will forever lose his base and everything. I will never vote, or I would never even like Donald Trump again. I would not agree with anything he does. I will not vote for anyone in his party or support him anyway, because this would be such bullshit. It would be insane. Because Julian Assange has done nothing wrong. The material he posted, yes, is extraordinary, but that doesn't mean it's illegal. If you are going to frame him, if you're going to try to make up claims just to get him in jail so you can hide your own transgressions against the American people, then I think that makes him a hero, and that points to you as someone who is completely maleficent in nature. So here's a quick video here. I don't know if there's any talking. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but we'll watch it together.
What are you guys reading?
Today is an important victory for me and for the UN human rights system. But it by no means erases 7 years of detention without charge. In prison, under house arrest, and almost 5 years here in this embassy without sunlight. 7 years without charge, why my children grew up without me. That is not something that I can forgive. It is not something that I can forget. But let us understand, while today was an important victory and an important vindication, the road is far from over. the war, the proper war, is just commencing. The UK has said it will arrest me regardless. Now, the United States, CIA Director Pompeo, and the US Attorney General.
Pompeo's a joke. He really is a joke, and he should be ashamed of himself to even call himself a CIA director, because he knows he has no evidence at all against Assange, but yet he wants to push it anyways, because Assange released WikiLeaks Vault 7 that showed how the CIA was in fact violating the US Constitution and spying on its citizens in a way not seen since Snowden.
Have said that I and other WikiLeaks staff have no rights. We have no First Amendment rights, and that my arrest and the arrest of our other staff is a priority. That's not acceptable. WikiLeaks will continue its publication, so the claim by the United Kingdom that it has a right to arrest me for seeking asylum in a case where there have been no charges, which is now being dismissed, is simply untenable.
So will you leave the embassy now?
My staff, my legal staff, have contacted the
Will the cheesemakers inherit the earth?
Kingdom authorities, and we hope to engage in a dialogue about what is the best way forward. Similarly with the United States, while there have been extremely threatening remarks made, I'm always happy to engage in a dialogue with the Department of Justice about what has occurred.
You know what I fear? Now, this could be me putting my tinfoil hat on, but I shouldn't say wouldn't surprise me. It would surprise me. It would suck if all of a sudden he wound up dead. He leaves the embassy, and all of a sudden he winds up dead. And it turns out that from evidence, in quotation marks, evidence, he died from some disgruntled, pissed off person in the military that has no affiliation whatsoever to the U.S. government or to any national governments. That wouldn't surprise me, and it would suck. It would suck. So hopefully he stays safe, because we do need him. Whether you hate him for proving Podesta and Hillary were a bunch of criminals, or you like him because he also showed how corrupt the CIA was and the NSA and all these other Putin and all of them all corrupt, you cannot argue the fact that he is needed. He is a necessity, a necessarily evil if you want to even go that far, but he is needed because we need a publisher that exposes, that provides an exposition of the illicit activities of governments and shadow governments. And I'm done.